criminal sexual abuse are all lies. The singer spoke with Gayle for nearly 80 minutes yesterday. He strongly denied having sex with underage girls or doing anything illegal.
And Bianna, he wants people to talk about it. In this interview that you'll see only here on CBS this morning, we also asked Kelly about his rough childhood and his story of surviving years of sexual abuse. He also discussed how the allegations against him could affect his personal life and his career. Do you still expect people to buy your music? How do you think your music should sit with people?
Absolutely, I think they should. Although a lot of them may not, but like I said, I'm really not fighting for my career here. I'm fighting for my rights, and I'm fighting to have a relationship with my kids most of all, more than anything. I want a relationship with my kids because I've missed a lot of years of their life. They love me. I love them.
And they want a relationship with you,
I bet you they do.
Yeah.
I bet my breath on it, you know? But they're pressured, and I get it. They're pressured, so I get it. But I believe that's going to change in due time.
You have daughters. If your daughters called you and said that somebody is doing to them what the allegations are about you, would you be okay with that?
Let me tell you something. I'll be up in that mother everything up. I had to bleep myself, but I would be everything
If your daughters
up.
Came to you and said, look, this guy is doing to me what the allegations are against you.
Then I would have to arrest myself after I did what I had to do.
You've been very candid that you are a sexual abuse survivor yourself. You've talked very candidly that you were molested from the ages of 7 to 13, 14. How do you think that has affected you?
It hasn't affected me at all. I mean, it has affected me in a way, though. Yeah. It affected me in this way. Anything that I've been through, that or any struggles I've had in my past has affected my music. It has, Has it affected your behavior? Absolutely not. Because I'm going to tell you something, and I know people think, oh, well, he was abused.
Exactly.
Well, that's why he's doing that. No.
No, the experts will tell you this. Most people who are abusers have been abused, but not all people that have been abused go out and abuse others. Okay. And so that's why I asked the question.
That's what the experts said?
That is what the experts said.
But they didn't say all, did they?
No, they didn't. No,
all right.
No.
Here I stand.
So that's why I'm asking you.
I'm in the not all. I'm in the not all, okay? But they also didn't say when you're Rkelly, okay, and you're famous and your name is ringing 25 million times a day all over the world, okay, of people trying to get money from you, okay, and they're using your past. They're using the past allegations, the past case that he beat to link it on to that, okay? They're using that.
When you say that you need help, do you think you need to go to therapy? Have you been to therapy?
Absolutely. At this point, I'm definitely talking about that.
About going? Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. You know, it seems like, you know, some could say you might seem out of touch to a lot of people.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, your perception of the charges against you. I know it's your side and it's your story, but you have a different perception that most of the world has about you.
No, I have a truth. People have perception.
People have the perception.
I have truth.
Do you think you're invincible?
Oh, absolutely not. I just think I'm human.
Well, Jerika Duncan joins us at the table. You've covered these allegations and the stories against him. You've talked to some of the victims and their families. Correct. How do you think this interview is going to resonate in the court of public opinion?
In the court,
he's very adamant about his position.
And I think the fact that, you know, first of all, great job to you and the crew that were able to book this interview, because I don't think anybody expected to hear from Rkelly.
I didn't expect to hear from Rkelly.
You have a man of that magnitude, celebrity, deciding to sit down while he's actually facing felony charges that could end him, could land him in prison for up to 70 years, and he decided to give his side. Of course, we did want to hear it, but I think when you look at social media and on Twitter, he doesn't have a lot of support. I think there are people who will say, oh, you know, this is what I'm saying, the girls were lying or what have you, but by and large, what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing is not a lot of people have sympathy for him. And even from some of the victims, the alleged victims, Geronda Pace, she was featured in that docuseries and said that she met Rkelly after he was acquitted and then started a sexual relationship with him when she was 16 years old. So she said on Twitter, I did not see Rkelly, I didn't see my abuser. What I saw was a man that needs help. When you've been doing wrong for decades, she said, and the people around you make you feel that your actions are right, you tend to believe that you're doing no wrong. And then we also got a statement from Sparkle. Sparkle
Yes.
is the artist that Rkelly used to work with. She was also featured in the docuseries. She plays a bigger role in this huge narrative because she was one of the first to speak out. She's the one that identified her niece as the one in that first video where he was charged with child pornography.
Because her niece was 13, 14 at the time.
Correct.
Right?
And she said this was the niece. Of course, he was acquitted. She didn't say it was her. The parents didn't say it was her. But Sparkle said the interview is continued display of Robert's entertain at all costs mentality. She said, with arrogance and a lack of accountability, I'm praying for their safe return back to their families in reference to the girls.
I agree with what Geronda said. I think he needs help. I think that as we were sitting there, I felt that he became very emotional several times. That wasn't just, you've seen some of the outbursts, but he became very, very emotional many, many times during the interview. And I actually think that he needs help. I thought in some ways we were seeing a breakdown right before our eyes. He composed himself and came back because he does want people to hear him. But he does think the world is out to get him and everybody is lying. And that's just, and I said after a while, Robert, how can everybody be lying except you? What makes you either so special or what makes you so unlikable that all these women would come out against you?
And let's remind everybody just how many women have accused him of abuse and misconduct.
Well, there were 7 in that docuseries, but there were about 50 people in total who talked about things that they may have seen,
Yes,
not
in his inner
necessarily
circle.
abused by him, but there was a young lady who said she claimed she saw him having sex with Aaliyah.
Yeah.
He didn't talk about that. Aaliyah, the artist who he allegedly married when she was 15 years old and later passed away. But it was fascinating. That was a remarkable interview. And I think everyone is just so shocked that it went on for so long. I mean, if you look at prior interviews where he's left, when it goes too deep, he gets up and he leaves. But you were able to keep him in that chair, and he did compose himself, and he continued
because
to talk.
he said, I've been silent for too long while people are saying all these things about me. I want people to hear from my own mouth.
Right.
And in the end, he said, thank you for giving me the platform to say this. We even asked, do you want to take a break? Do you want some tissue? No, leave me alone. Just let me talk. And that is what we did.
Well, of course, we'll be waiting to see what happens as this goes to trial,
That's
potentially,
right.
because that is the opinion that matters the
Exactly.
most.
It's not
12
just
jurors
social
who
media.
will decide whether or
It's
not there's
actual
enough
law.
evidence to.
The thing that got to him the most, though, Jerika, was his relationship with his own children.
yeah, I
he
could see
became
that.
most emotional when he kept talking about, I want to see my children. I want to have a relationship with my children. There are clearly issues with Rkelly and his ex-wife, Andrea, which he says he has the utmost respect for her because she is the mother of his children. But that's what got to him the most, talking about his own children.
And it's worth noting we likely wouldn't even be here having this discussion if it wasn't for that docuseries.
We have much more of our interview with Rkelly addressing his current relationship with 2 young women. 23-year-old Joycelyn Savage and 21-year-old Azriel Clary live with him at his Chicago home. Their parents believe that the 52-year-old R&B singer has brainwashed their daughters. The Clary's attorney released a statement calling Kelly a liar, manipulator, and sociopath. Later this morning, Savage's parents plan to hold a news conference addressing our interview. But here's what Kelly told us about the 2 young women. What is your relationship with them?
I love them, and it's like they're my girlfriends. It's like, we have a relationship. It's real. And I know guys, I've known guys all my life to have 5 or 6 women, okay? So don't go there on me, okay? Because that's the truth.
The fact that they're much younger than you.
I don't look at much younger than me. I just look at legal. I just look at you're you, I'm me. Now, I don't know if you're married. I don't know. I don't know if you had a relationship. I don't know what I don't know. But one might be older than the other. One might be younger than the other, okay? So I just look at legal, okay? There are older men that like younger women.
Is that
There
you?
are younger women that like older men.
Are you an older man that likes younger women?
I'm an older man that love all women.
Okay. Kelly says he met Joycelyn Savage after her father brought her to one of his concerts when she was 19.
I didn't go looking for a Jocelyn Savage. I was doing my show. He brought her and asked a friend of mine to put her on the stage with Rkelly. Make sure she's on the stage.
Azriel Clary also met Kelly at one of his concerts. Her parents say Kelly pulled the then 17-year-old on stage back in 2015. They say they had hoped that she would become Kelly's musical protege. Azriel Clary, what is your relationship with her?
Right now, I'm seeing her.
You were seeing her.
Yeah, she's 21. I'm seeing her.
She's 21.
Yeah.
But did you start seeing her at 17?
Absolutely not.
Did you have sex with her when she was 17?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Although her parents wanted me to.
No, her parents claim they have text messages that show that you had sex with her when she was 17.
Claim.
So you're saying you did not have sex with her when she was 17?
Absolutely not.
You are with two women right now. You love them. They say they love you. What kind of love is it that keeps these young women away from their families? Their families are saying.
These?
I'm talking right now about Jocelyn
because you
and
know
Azrael.
I'm going to answer your question.
What kind of love
father,
is that?
What kind of father? What kind of mother will sell their daughter to a man?
Who did that?
How come it was okay for me to see them until they wasn't getting no money from it? Why would you take your daughter? If I were going to take my daughter and she's 19 years old to a 49-year-old icon, whatever, celebrity, or Rkelly concert, or whoever it is, I'm not going to put her on the stage and leave her. I'm going to take her to the concert. Their father is more into my music and know about my music than they do.
You're saying the parents handed their daughters, Azrael and Jocelyn, over to you? Is that what you're saying to us?
Absolutely. Are the cameras still going?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
I know you're suggesting that the parents sold the daughters to him?
He is saying that the parents are in it for the money, is what he's saying. He is saying that both sets of parents brought the daughters to him in hopes that they would work together and that the parents could do a deal with them, that maybe the daughters could work. I mean, he tells a very different story. I talked to Azrael's father the night before the interview. He very much believes that his daughter's been brainwashed. He says his daughter loves to sing, and that's how she got involved with Rkelly. He says he has text messages that prove they had sex when she was 17. And so, you know, there's all sorts of court cases going on. It really is, Nora, I have to say, hot mess all the way around, on all sides,
And Jocelyn's parents, as we mentioned, are going to be holding a press conference later.
Yes, they're holding a press conference later today. It'll be interesting to